Right now, someone with half your experience is doing your job twice as fast. Not because they are smarter, but because they learned how to actually use AI the proper way. And you probably haven't yet. And look, that's not your fault. You've probably used ChatGPT or Claude before, but you've used it the way that you use Google. You ask it a question, you get an answer, and then what do? You just close the tab completely. And that's barely scratching the surface for what AI can actually do. So today in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually use the AI. Not just to chat with it, but to use it in a way that puts you miles ahead of everyone else. And if you want to keep up with AI after this video, then I've got a free community with over 27,000 members that are currently sharing prompts, workflows, and helping each other to stay ahead of the curve. So the link is down in the description. But right now, let's get into this topic. Now we are over to the PC, and let's just start with a quick point, okay? AI isn't magic. It's simply just pattern recognition, okay? Super important to remember that. So it reads an enormous amount of human text, which is books, articles, the internet, and then it learns to predict what word comes next, okay? So when you type into ChatGPT or even Claude, it's not thinking like you. It's simply just predicting the most useful response based on everything that it has seen. Okay, so one rule for this really matters more than anything else. Garbage in, garbage out, okay? So if you give it a vague prompt, you're basically going to get a vague answer. If you give it a specific prompt, then that's golden, because then you'll get a specific answer back. So once you understand that, everything else just clicks immediately. Now, most people type into AI the same way that they would basically text a friend. They give something that's short, they give something that's pretty vague, and there's no actual context. They would say something like, write me an email. And then they are confused when the output is generic and pretty much useless. Now here's how you fix that. Every good prompt starts with 4 parts. First, it's the role, okay? So you tell the AI who to be. Not just write me an email, you say you are a professional copywriter. And that one change, it literally immediately shifts the quality, because now it's pulling from everything that it knows about how copywriters think and write. Then second, it is the context. Give it some background. Who are you? What's the situation? What have you already tried before? The more relevant details you give it, the better it performs. And then for third, we have the task. Be specific about what you want. You don't just tell it, write something. You want to say something like, write a follow-up email to a client about this project who hasn't responded in 5 days. Now that takes us on to the fourth thing, and that is the format. You want to tell it how you want the answer. Do you want a short paragraph or a long one? Do you want it in bullet points? Do you want it under 100 words? Do you want it in a friendly tone, in a professional tone? Whatever you want, you simply just tell it. Otherwise, it's basically just going to guess. Now, let me show you the difference, okay? Here we have a bad prompt, which is just write me an email. And then this is a good prompt. You are a professional copywriter. I run a freelance design studio. Write a follow-up email to a client who hasn't responded in 5 days. Keep it friendly but direct, under 100 words. So I'm still using the same exact tool for both of these, but it's going to give me completely different results. The only thing that changed is how I simply talk to it, and then it gives me exactly what I want. And here's actually one more technique that almost nobody uses. Instead of guessing what to put in your prompt, actually tell the AI to interview you first. Simply just say, before you start, ask me all the questions that you need to give me the best possible answer. And then it asks, you simply just answer, and what it produces after that is dramatically better than anything you'd get by simply just trying to front load everything yourself. That one technique alone will change how you use AI forever. Okay, cool. So now you know the fundamentals. Now let's put all of them to work. So the first thing that AI replaces is the blank page. That moment when you are just staring at your screen and you're trying to figure out what to write, how to start, what to do next, that is completely gone now. So tools like ChatGPT and Claude are your AI brain for writing, thinking, brainstorming, planning, problem solving. It all starts here. Now I want you to watch this. let's say I'm a graphic designer and I'm thinking about going freelance, but I have no idea where to start. Then all I do is I type in, I'm a graphic designer with 5 years of experience. I want to go freelance and I have no clients yet, a budget of $2,000, and I can spend 10 hours a week on this alongside my full-time job. Give me a 30-day action plan to land my first 3 clients. Okay, now we got that in, and now look at this. I get a full step-by-step plan, week by week, with specific actions that I can actually take tomorrow. Now, that would have taken me days of just Googling, putting it together, making my own notes, reading blog posts, watching YouTube videos on the topics, and still not necessarily knowing where to start, not actually having a plan of action. But the best part is, it doesn't stop there. So let's say I'm a week in. I've done step 1, I've built my portfolio site, now I'm on to step 2, reaching out to potential clients, and let's say I'm stuck. So I just go back to the same chat and then I type in, act as a freelance business coach for graphic designers. I've finished my portfolio site. Now I need to do cold outreach to potential clients, but I have no idea how to approach them without sounding desperate. Okay? Help me write 3 different outreach messages that I can customize. There. And just like that, I've now got 3 messages that are ready to go. So do you see what's happening here? AI isn't just giving me one answer and done. It's basically like having a coach right by my side that walks me through everything step by step so that I can actually do the work and I can do it in the best way possible. And this is the thing that most people miss. They ask one question, they get one answer, and then they just close the tab. But the real power is the back and forth. All you have to do is just keep going. You have to tell it what happened. You have to tell it where you got stuck. You have to ask it for advice. And then you just let it help you through the whole process. And just remember this. What I showed you earlier on, if you are not sure what to tell the AI, then all you simply have to do is let it just say, interview me first. Let it ask the questions. So the more it knows about your situation, the better every answer gets. Not generic advice for a random person. It's actually giving real advice for you that's designed and catered to you. ChatGPT and Claude both do this extremely well. So try both of them out and then pick one that specifically clicks for you, and the fundamentals work the same either way. Now, here's something that used to take hours, but now it takes just a couple of minutes, and that is the research. So whether you are preparing for a meeting, studying for an exam, writing content, or even you just trying to understand a complex topic, AI can actually do most of the heavy lifting for you. So you can simply just use Gemini to search the web and then to pull together kind information with real sources. And then you can ask it questions and it gives you answers back by links that you can then actually verify if you want to. So you can compare that to a regular Google search where you are just clicking through 10 articles and piecing them all together by yourself. Now that takes a while. But where this gets really powerful is when you are using Notebook LM. So this one is made by Google, and the best part is it is completely free, just like our free school community. Link is down in the description below. So on Notebook LM, you simply just upload your sources, your PDFs, your articles, your YouTube links, your Google Docs, whatever you are working with, you simply just upload it and then it turns them into something that's actually useful. It will give you a study guide, a facts and questions doc. It will give you a timeline. It will give you flashcards. It will give you a briefing document just to make everything easier for you. But here's the feature that blows so many people's minds. It can actually take everything that you uploaded and it can turn it into a podcast. It will give you 2 AI hosts having a natural conversation about your material. And it sounds real, like actually disturbingly real. So I just uploaded a 30-page report. I hit audio overview, and then 5 minutes later, I had a 15-minute podcast breaking all of it down in a way that was genuinely easier to understand than reading the original.
This is The Brief on launching your freelance graphic design career. The global freelance market is projected to cross $500 billion by 2025. With graphic design being wildly in demand, here's your step-by-step blueprint to jump right in and start landing clients.
And the point isn't the tool. The point is the capability. AI can now take any pile of information and it can turn it into whatever format helps you to understand it fastest. That changes how you learn. It changes how you prepare and how fast you can get up to speed on anything. Now, most people think that they need a designer, but the funny thing is they really don't. Well, not anymore. AI can now generate images, social media posts, thumbnails, presentations, landing pages, product mock-ups. It can do so much, all from just a text description. Let me show you what I mean. ChatGPT can now generate images directly. So you just describe what you want. Let's say I want a minimalist flat lay photo of a workspace with a laptop and coffee for a productivity blog post. And I just put that in, and then it creates it. No stock photo sites, no Photoshop. You simply just describe it, and then it makes it. Now, for more polished design work, social media posts, carousels, thumbnails, Canva AI is honestly incredible. You just type in a description of what you want, and then it builds the whole thing for you. The background removal is in just one click, resize for any platform that you have. If you need quick everyday visuals, then this is the fastest path. And then there's also Claude Design. Now this one is just a little bit different. I basically just describe what I want. Let's say it's a landing page, a pitch deck, a one-pager, and then it builds it live right in the browser. So I can see it, I can click through it, I can refine it by talking to it. I can say make the heading darker, move this section up, and add more white space. And then it updates it in real time. Now, the point is, the ability to go from the idea to the visual is now just minutes. It doesn't take you hours, it doesn't take you a whole lot of back and forth. You don't need a design software. You don't need even design skills. You just need a clear description of what you want, and that's it. Now, this next one is really going to surprise you. I'm about to show you something that would have been impossible just 2 years ago. But now, we can fully do it. It's actually called Vibecoding. And it means that you can build software such as apps, websites, tools without writing a single line of code yourself. Now, here's how it works. You open something like Claude Code. You describe what you want in plain English, and then you just say something like, build me a personal budget tracker. Okay, so I want to input my income, add expenses by category, and see a pie chart of where all of my money goes. Pretty simple, right? But I am being descriptive. And then you just watch what happens. The AI now writes the code, it debugs the code, it runs the code, and then what do I get? I get a working app. Andrej Garpathy is one of the top AI researchers in the world. And he's the one that coined the term vibe coding, because that's literally what you do. You just describe the vibe that you want, and then the AI builds it. Okay, I'm not saying that everyone needs to go out and build apps tomorrow, but think about what this means. Got a small business and you need a custom calculator for your website, you can now build it yourself. If you want a tool that does something specific for your workflow that doesn't exist yet, you can now make it. And let's say you need a prototype to pitch an idea. You can now have it done within just an hour. The barrier between having an idea and having a working product, it literally just disappeared. Now, that's not something small. That's actually pretty massive if you think about it. Everything that I've shown you so far requires you to be in the loop, okay? You prompt it, it responds, and then you use the output. Now, that's already powerful, but the next wave of all this goes even further. AI agents don't even wait for you to ask. They go and they do the things on their own. Now, here's the simplest way to think about it. A chatbot is a smart assistant that's sitting at a desk, okay? It's waiting for you to walk over and then to just give them a task. An agent is the same assistant, but now they have their own email, they have their own calendar, and a list of things that they can handle every day without even asking you. Here's an example, okay? So instead of checking your email every morning, reading through everything, deciding what's urgent, and then drafting replies, an agent can now do that. A new email comes in, the agent reads it, it categorizes it, it drafts a reply for routine stuff, it then flags anything as important, and then it sends you a summary. Now, tools like Claude Cowork let you set this up by just describing the automation that you want in just plain English. There's no coding involved, no complex setup. You just tell it what you need done, and then it handles it for you. And here's a simple framework to know if a task is ready to hand over to an agent. Is the task autonomous? Can it actually run without any human judgment every time? Is it recurring? Does it happen on a schedule or a trigger? Is it reviewable? Can you clearly tell if it was done right? Now, if the answer for all three of this is yes, then what that means is the task belongs to an agent not to you. Okay, now here's where everything comes together, okay? Every capability that I showed you works on its own. But watch what happens when you chain them all together in just one system. Okay, so let's say I have one topic that I want to create content about, okay? Just one idea. I start with the research. I dump in a few articles and YouTube videos into Notebook.LM. Then it gives me a full briefing. Key points, the stats, the angles, all of it is organized, okay? That's about 30 seconds. Then I take that research into my AI brain. I open up Claude. I use the prompt formula. I feed it the briefing. And then I tell it to write me a full video script. 3 minutes and I have a draft. Then I take the key message and I create the visuals. And then I describe the thumbnail that I need. Now ChatGPT generates image options, or I can just jump over to Canva AI and I can build my full social post. And that's about another minute or two. Start to finish, one idea turned into research, a script, and visuals under 10 minutes. And this is something used to take me half a day. You don't need to be technical, you don't need to code, you just need to have a system, and now you have one. One thing to remember with all of this is think of it as 10-80-10. Now you do the first 10%, you set the direction, you give AI the context that it needs, and then the AI does the middle 80%, and that is the heavy lifting, the drafts, the research, and then you do the final 10, which is the taste checks. You look at what the AI produced, and then you decide, is this actually good? Does this sound like me? Would I be okay with putting my name on this? That's the last 10%, and that's what keeps your work from turning into AI slop. So there you have the fundamentals, you have the system. But here's the thing, tools, they change. New ones drop every week. So if you are always chasing the latest app, you'll kind of always be behind. I mean, what doesn't change is this. AI can't replace your taste. It generates, you create, and you are the one who knows exactly what's good. You are the one that knows what sounds like you. AI can't replace your vision. It can't replace your voice. It executes, but you need to be the one that directs it. You know where you are going. AI can't replace the fact that you are someone who cares about what you are doing. AI doesn't care about the outcome. You do. Now that matters more than most people realize. So here's your action plan, okay? Don't try to learn every tool. Don't watch 12 more videos and do nothing. Tomorrow, okay? Or if not, tonight. Pick one task that you do every day that takes longer than it should. Use AI for it. Just one thing. Just start there. Start with one thing. Then build from there. 10 minutes of action beats 10 hours of watching tutorials and then never actually taking any action. You came into this video not knowing where to start, and now you are leaving with a system. So if you want to go deeper, all of the workflows, all the prompts, all the tool breakdowns, and a group of people that's all building with AI together, all of it is down in the description below in the free school community. Go and check it out. And also, drop a comment on this video to let me know if you found this interesting, and also if there's a specific tool or something that you would like us to cover in one of our upcoming videos. And also, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on that little bell notification so that you never miss another upload. And I will catch you on the next one.